Getting rid of the bottle can be a difficult thing because in many instances it's a source of comfort for babies. And once that's taken away, it's really hard for you to get them to calm down. So the best thing to do is to eliminate bottle feeding slowly. And most babies may drink a bottle around breakfast, lunch, and dinner time, and often at snacks and bedtime. It's best to start with the meals. So maybe if you started with breakfast, instead of giving your baby a bottle for breakfast or after breakfast, introduce the sippy cup. Sit down at the table with your baby and show them how to drink from the sippy cup. And that they like to mimic adults and be a part of adult activity. And even if you have two of them, that would be even better. One for you and one for the baby. And if you do this for a week, hopefully you'll be able to eliminate that breakfast feeding. And then once you've eliminated the breakfast feeding, move on to the lunch one by doing the same thing, and then dinner. And always go for the bedtime feeding last, because that's usually the most difficult. Babies oftentimes want a bottle, and that helps comfort them and get them ready for bed. And so you might have to replace the bottle with something like a cuddly blanket or your child's favorite toy. When things go well, when you're introducing the sippy cup and moving away from bottles, make sure you positively reinforce that behavior and always get really excited, because your child will get excited about it too. Also, another helpful tip is just keep the bottles out of sight, out of mind. Your baby will transition better if they're not around constantly reminding them about what they can't have. Now, you also mentioned that your baby doesn't like to drink cold milk, and the only thing I can recommend to you is maybe gradually make the milk a little bit cooler, and hopefully your baby will just, acclimate to that and all of a sudden be drinking cold milk and they won't even realize it. If that's not working, then you may just have to give your baby cold milk and be persistent about offering it, and your baby may not want it the first few times, but after a few days, they'll probably come around and want to drink it. If you have any other questions for me, feel free to ask them on our Facebook page, and recommend us to your friends and family too.